19.2 Chapter Review and Practice Problem. Chapter Review. An individual's labor supply curve can be backward bending at higher wage rates so that an increase in the wage rate decreases the quantity of labor supplied. The key factor that changes the supply of labor are the adult population, preferences, and time spent in school and training. In a competitive labor market, the equilibrium between the demand for labor and the supply of labor determines the wage rate and employment. A labor union is an organized group of workers that aims to increase wages of its members. Labor unions try to increase the demand for their members' labors by increasing the value of marginal product of union members and by supporting minimum wage laws, immigration restrictions, and import restrictions. Unions also try to restrict the supply of non-union labor. Practice problem. Why does an individual labor supply curve bend backward? The supply of labor increases as wage rate increases, but only up to a certain point. Any increase after that maximum wage rate, supply of labor decreases and labor would prefer leisure to work. Therefore, labor supply curve bend backward. Explain how each of the events given below affects the labor market. Draw a labor supply and labor demand diagram to determine the effect on the equilibrium wage rate and employment. More workers reach retirement age and retire. When more workers reach retirement age and then retire, the supply of labor decreases. The labor supply curve shifts leftward, shown in the figure by the shift from LS0 to LS1. As a result, the equilibrium wage rate rises and the equilibrium quantity of employment decreases. New technology increases workers' productivity. As technology increases labor productivity, increases the demand for high-skilled workers increases. The demand curve shifts rightward from LD0 to LD1. The equilibrium wage rate rises and the equilibrium amount of employment increases. If the price of clothing falls, what is the impact of this change in the labor market for textile industry? If the price of clothing falls, this would reduce the demand for labor in the textile industry and demand curve shifts leftward, LD0 to LD1. The equilibrium wage rate falls and the equilibrium amount of employment decreases as shown in the figure. This is true, false. Multiple choice.